Among the big movie studios known around the world, Hollywood and Bollywood are probably the most out there. Japan is mostly known for their anime films, and anyone else is pretty much beneath that. However, in the recent decade, Korea entertainment has become more of a mainstream offshoot. K-pop was a big aspect, but now their films have begun making an impact as well. An example of this was Parasite from 2019. Looking back, though, on some older films from this country, perhaps there might be a reason why it took a while. While arranged marriages are not unheard of, they are very much not the usual Western way of conducting things. Unless it is one's religion, believes in the concept, and the other side is also in on it, then that's fine. But forcing something between two who do not feel a connection is where it gets questionable. The premise to this story is about two families where the grandfathers agreed their children, which ended up being grandchildren, would wed before they passed away. The catch is, Park Sang-min, played by Rae-won Kim, is an adult, while his bride, Seo Bo-yeon, played by Moon Geun-young, is only 15. According to the movie, as long as both families agree, it is legal. Forget that part and the whole being forced idea. The idea of a minor being married to an adult is definitely a no-no in most of modern society. It's just not done or proposed, let alone thought of. Perhaps the writing is accurate either to the time of the film or for Korean culture in general, but the concept is likely why this hasn't had any kind of resurgence in popularity. Directing this feature is Ho-joon Kim, in their first theatrical film credit. The writer is Sun-yeong, in their only writing credit. Wondering if that's again because of the premise. Despite the idea for the film, the writing does address the whole idea in itself. This is good because it's by no means glorifying the situation in any way. Bo-yeon and Sang-min are both childhood friends, but never saw each other as a couple. Again, rightfully so due to their age difference. But in order to fulfill an aging family member's request, they do so reluctantly. Of course, this is where various scenarios and hijinks ensue where events are made fun of, misinterpreted, or hijacked. One example of this is that Sang-min is assigned as the new art teacher in Bo-yeon's school. Meanwhile, one of the faculty develops a crush on him that wasn't wanted, named Miss Kim, played by Sung-yeong An. All these moments are cheesy and can produce a chuckle, but they don't cause hysterical laughter. However, this does not mean the story execution doesn't have its moments. The actors and their chemistry work to the advantage of the viewing experience. Both Moon Geun-young and Rae-won Kim give their own personalities and flaws to the characters that make them unique. Sang-min may be older, but he still acts juvenile at times, but does his best to be supportive as possible. Meanwhile, Bo-yeon very much is a young schoolgirl trying to fit in and find her place. She also has the attitude when it's needed at times, along with a very expressive face of disgust. As time progresses, though, viewers will see these characters change and discover things about themselves they didn't realize. Rae-won Kim has continued to act in movies since, as well as Moon Geun-young, although for those unfamiliar with Korean films, this may not mean as much. The technical aspects to the film are fine. Since this is not some big-budget action film that's highly reliant on digital and practical effects, there's not as much to find unrealistic. The camera work was handled by Jeong-min, who worked on films going all the way back to 1959. Quite a history there. In fact, this movie was their second to last to be credited. From what is shown, the shots are fine and have a standard display to them that is competent looking. The film score was interesting to hear, composed by Sun-shik and Man-Sik Choi. Together they produce music that does hit its mark when needed, and other places stand out for incorporating not only the usual orchestra, but also singular instruments, even whistles which are normally not done or recommended. Yet for this film it adds to the charm and lightheartedness that is the story. There's even a soundtrack available. The idea may make viewers initially cringe at the thought, but after watching, it is a respectable effort. The comedy bits are not as strong as they could be, but the more sentimental moments are poignant enough thanks to the actors and their chemistry. Cinematography is handled well and the music supports the experience with its different sound.